Hi, I'm Jessie from Practically Functional, and today I am going to show you how to make these super cute paper stars that are three-dimensional. These little paper stars are so easy to make, especially if you use the double scoring wheel for the Cricut Maker, because it allows you to fold even like fancy coated paper like this without it cracking on the outside. If you work with paper a lot, you know that usually when you fold stuff like this, you have to be extremely careful or it cracks and then the white part of the paper shows through. No good. If you use the double scoring wheel, you get perfect crisp folds like this every time. No cracking. So here's what you need. You need your Cricut Maker, and then you need the double scoring wheel. The scoring wheel comes as a set. It's one housing like this and two different blades. It has a single blade and a double blade, so you need the double for this one. You need the fine point blade, which comes with your Cricut Maker. You need some paper, whatever you're gonna cut your stars out of. This is just Cricut's foil poster board, which I really like because it's nice and stiff, but also really pretty and shiny. And then you need a light grip mat, which is what's recommended for the paper to try to minimize curling when you pull the paper off your mat. So that's all you need. Let's get started. So the first thing you do is open up your machine and turn it on. And while you're waiting for it to turn on, come over here to your computer and open up this 3D paper star design file in Cricut Design Space. I've linked the design file in the description below, so go ahead and grab that. You'll see that there's 3 stars, 3 different sizes. Each star has a score line down the middle of each point. That's what these dotted lines are. And then the very outside is a cut line. So this is a really, really simple cut. All you have to do is switch between your single scoring wheel and your fine point blade whenever the software tells you to. So here we go. Say make it. Okay, scoring cut for 3 different mats, 3 different colors. That looks right, so we say continue. Choose your machine. I'm using the Maker, obviously. The material is foil poster board, which this little C, this little Cricut down here means it's a Cricut material. So if you bought it from, Cricut.com, if you bought it from Cricut's website, then if you're searching through all the materials, you know that these are their, Cricut branded papers. So tell it that. Let's see. Edit tools to verify the scoring tools you will use for this mat. So what this means is if you don't have the Cricut Maker and the scoring wheels, which are what is recommended for this project, you can use the scoring stylus. It is not going to do nearly as good of a job, and you're going to get cracks in the colorful foil part of your paper. So this is telling you that for this project it recommends the double scoring wheel and the fine point blade. So I have both of those. That's what we're going to use. Say continue to verify that. It wants me to start out by loading the double scoring wheel in clamp B. So here we go. You take the regular fine point blade out and set it aside. let's see, I've got, so the scoring wheel comes with two tips, the single and the double. It's really easy to change them out. The last time I used this, I used the single scoring wheel. Here's how you do it. You press this button, eject button on top. The bottom pops right off. Set that aside. And then, still holding this little eject button, slide the other one on, let go, and it locks it in place. You're good to go. So, make sure the gears are at the back. Put it in, clamp. And then we're starting with the yellow paper. So now remember, anytime you are scoring something with a pretty side versus a regular side, for scoring, you always want to score on the back. So that means if your project has, you know, a right side and a wrong side, or a front side and a back side, before you start cutting, you need to tell Design Space to mirror your mat, because you're going to be scoring and cutting on the back side. So if you were trying to write hello, when you flip it over, it's going to be backwards. So make sure you mirror your project before you send anything to your Cricut. Okay, and then press go. You can see on the screen that the Maker is detecting the tool. It has the ability to tell which tool you have in there, just to make sure that you are following the directions. Now that it's finished scoring, it's asking me to load the fine point blade in clamp B. So we're going to pull this out. I'm going to grab the regular fine point blade, put it back in, and it's going to cut the star around the scored part. So you just change your blade out, press go, and let it go. Okay, all done. Unload this mat, and you can see it's got nice score lines down the middle of each, plus the star is cut out around the outside. So peel the mat off, and remember to peel the actual mat away. Don't peel the paper. This is how you keep your paper from curling when you take it off the mat. And set your star aside. We'll fold it up later. And the next mat it has you doing is the blue. Obviously you can do these in any colors, but just for the video I made sure that the color of my paper matched the color on the project design, but you can choose whatever material you want. Remember, pretty side down. Load it in. Oh, I forgot. It asked me to switch back to the scoring wheel, and I wasn't looking at my computer, so I didn't do it. If I had pressed go, it would have, this whole thing would have come over here, and it would have done the whole detecting tool thing, and it would have very quickly realized that I had the wrong tool in place, and it would have stopped me. So that's the great thing about the Maker. Okay, now I've got the right one in. It wants the double scoring wheel. It's going to score first. Here we go. Okay, now we switch it out. flip it upside down to peel the paper off, just like before. And load up the last mat. Remember, pretty side down. This time I'm going to remember it needs me to switch out the tool to the double scoring wheel. And then load it up and go. Okay, and that's it. Pull the paper off, your last mat, and we're all done with the cutting part. Set that aside. And obviously, if you want to make more than one, there's, plenty of room on here to make a second star. I just wanted to do them out of 3 colors so that you could see what was going on. Okay, so as long as all of your mats cut correctly and you don't need to recut anything, you're good to go. Click Finish. And then back over here, we're going to turn the machine off and close it up just to get it out of the way a little bit. And I'm going to show you how to fold these stars. So it's super, super easy. Can you see sort of the fold marks even on the front? That's because the scoring wheel goes really, really deep in here. And the double scoring wheel, especially for coated materials like this, it does this double line so that when you fold it along the score, you're not actually gonna crack the gold coating on this side. So as always, when you fold for scoring, you fold into your score, which means you fold it backwards. And check that out. Still completely gold. There's absolutely no cracking. None of the white shows through, even when you pinch it, completely closed. It's a very cool little tool. We're going to fold all of them this way. Okay, and once you've folded everything up into the score line, to complete the star, you need to actually fold a couple of them backwards. So what you're going to do is take the inner points here, and you're going to bend those down and fold them backwards. Whenever you're scoring something, even if you need to fold it the other way for your finished project, you always, always, always want to start out by folding it into the score line, which means the back of your paper up in. That is how you keep this really pretty paper from cracking when you fold it. Okay, and so once you've folded all of your little valleys in, you have this nice 3D paper star. So we'll fold the other 2 real quick and then you're totally done. And there you go. Look at that. 3 perfectly folded foil stars and not a single crack along the outside here. Every single one of these looks great. So the cool thing about these paper stars is they're super easy to make. Like, takes 5 minutes for your machine to cut them out and another 1 or 2 for you to fold them up. And they're way versatile. You can use them for anything. You can glue a little dowel on them and stick them in like a cup of sand, and they're cute little, table decorations or centerpieces. You can just put them right onto a wall and have them be, wall decor. Punch a hole in the top, tie a string, let them hang, hanging decorations for a party, or a backdrop. There's tons of things you can do with them, and they're so easy to make. So I hope you enjoyed the project. If you're looking for more great Cricut tutorials, project ideas, free SVG cut files, how-tos, check out practicallyfunctional.com, and make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss a single video. Thanks for watching.